right now, it doesn't look like Reach has enough zealots. All he has are those girl goons, and he really needs some manlots to back them up and to do the real work. But oh, look at this! The vultures that were trying to reinforce those tanks are caught in transition. Reach able to pick them off, and that is actually going to be very important, because once those zealots get legs, it's going to be very difficult for these tanks to survive here, being as isolated as they are. However, ForGG just continuing to march on with pure tanks is going to be attacking the upper right base, which right now Reach has smartly walled off. However, Reach is in a bit of trouble here, actually. He needs to get those zealots up into the corner there to save his base. It looks like he's going to try to do that right now, but ForGG has got himself into a very good position here, I gotta say. Manlots now are going to be going in anyway, though. Looks like Reach sacrificing a shuttle to get more zealots in. He needs to go right in, though, and pick off this army before he suffers huge casualties. He is going to be able to pick off the army. However, ForGG has managed to do a good amount of damage here, and he continues to do damage, wow, with a lot of mines detonating on those Dragoons. Looks like that was a fairly even trade, though, because Reach, despite losing more units, managed to save all of his mining, and ForGG is still just setting up his third base right now at the lower left, and Reach can go for a counterattack right now. He also has Arbiters about to come out by this point, so Reach now has an opportunity to do some damage to ForGG. He's also, of course, averted harm, which is obviously very important. ForGG right now might have one advantage, actually, and that is that Reach can't build observers. As we see, I think he might just have one observer right now. He just has to keep waiting for this one obs to come in and detect those mines for him, because he's lost his tech to build observers. So ForGG actually manages to stop Reach here, although Reach is now going to bring a lot more zealots over there. Once his first Arbiter is out, it's going to change this game a little bit also. ForGG is going to have to be much more careful about sending out troops just like in front without any building turrets beforehand, because you will eventually run out of scans, and while you usually don't see that, it's because the Terrans do not want to let that happen. Usually they don't let that happen until the very end of the game against Arbiter play, but sometimes that does happen. It's not a pretty thing for a Terran to go through, to be fighting not just manlots, but invisible manlots. So anyway, Reach now is going to catch a bunch of vultures again, and Reach just doing great anticipation here. Every single time that ForGG wants to do a harassment, Reach is right there. No sexual harassment from ForGG. Reach does not swing that way, and he makes it clear every time ForGG reaches the hand over there, it gets just smacked by a 2x4 by Reach's Dragoons. So Reach right now has managed to get a nice blockade here at the third base, but ForGG has managed to pick up a fourth behind this line, and Reach needs to puncture this base here. He cannot let this base go up for ForGG, because the Terran at 4 bases is going to be a lot stronger than a Protoss, obviously. And Reach sending in 2 zealots to take the hits. He's going to bring a lot of zealots on the upper territory there. I think he's going right for the new base that's going up, but the tanks are going to be able to take shots at this. Oh, but no! Reach is going to go right in with the zealots right now. Reach loses the first line of zealots, but he's all among the rest of the tanks. A lot of vultures there, though, and there's still a lot of tanks behind. So it looks like, wow, once again, an inconclusive battle. Both sides taking heavy casualties. Reach losing his zealots, but ForGG losing a number of tanks, and now he could... Wow, no, actually that was Reach's base that was getting shelled at. No, now it's ForGG who's going to get shelled here at the new base he's trying to put up. He might actually lose his command center if Reach is careful here and make sure that he targets it. He could be able to take this down. I'm not sure what the hit points are at for that command center, and Reach having some troubles with the pathing of those stupid Dragoons here. Gonna get caught here. Looks like ForGG having some problems with the pathing of his SCVs that are trying to get there. It looks like there's actually a mineral patch that needs to get mined out before you can get there, so those SCVs were trapped there for God knows how long, not mining for him. Reach has not really made any use of his Arbiters so far. He needs to be using them, though, because this kind of bloody stalemate only ends up benefiting the Terran player, I think, as the game goes on. So right now he needs to start playing with those Arbiters, maybe go for a recall or a big stasis or two in the front. And right now we're going to see the Arbiters come into play here. Reach pushing up, and ForGG with his tail behind between his legs as usual, getting pushed behind. I gotta say it's impressive for ForGG to come back, but I'm still waiting for Reach to just shut the book in his face again. and they basically say, I was letting you play a little bit more just to let you suffer. And oh, what a awesome stasis and GG coming from ForGG. Oh my god, I did not expect it to come at that time, but he just was completely demoralized, not manly enough at all to face any more of Reach. He decided that he had enough, that basically if he was going to fight anymore, his balls would just shrivel up and die from just comparison. You know, just it's like taking steroids. When you're around that much testosterone, your balls shrivel up, and he was swimming. That game was full of testosterone. Reach just shooting his testosterone all over the place and drowning ForGG with manliness. And ForGG, for the sake of his own health, which I can understand, deciding to just throw in the towel, although I really thought that he could have more legitimately done it earlier in the game. It was actually a very interesting point when he did it, but he realized he was way behind economically. He realized that he wasn't ahead technologically, and he realized, oh my god, I just got all my tanks stasised, and I don't have any more tanks left, which is a good thing to realize. You know, you realize when you lose. And we're going to be watching Game 4 now coming up. This is going to pit Casey against, I believe that is, is that, oh no, is that him? Who is that again? I don't remember. Let's take a look. It is Fire Fist. Oh god, it is Fire Fist. Oh man, this is not good for KTF. Casey not necessarily doing the best, but Fire Fist is doing the worst always. However, the Mantos has helped Air Force Ace get in position for a closeout of KTF. I cannot believe I'm saying that, because KTF is still one of the best teams out there. And the Mantos, despite everything, beating ForGG in the face. And did I mention in the beginning that this is Reach's 100th win? That's right, Reach has had 100 wins as of this game. He was on number 99 before this game, and you know, right now he is over the line. Very, very impressive as always. Not sure exactly how somebody counted this. Someone told me this. I'm not sure if it's within a certain league or something. I think it's actually his, yeah, it's his 100th Pro League win, as a quick correction, I believe. And just what a great way to doing it. Just stomping on someone's face and then letting your boot go a little bit so you can go and, you know, go outside, have some drinks, call your girlfriends up, and then putting your boot all in his face again. Just a perfect way to do it. And then now he's flying off to meet up with a couple of female coaches and fans and players for about, you know, 2 hours, and then he's going to go back to Waziristan in northwest Pakistan, where he is going to be fighting the terrorists again. All right, on to Game 4.